Do you ever feel like all of the business problems you're facing are yours alone and no one else but you, the owner, is dealing with them? What would it be like if you got your team involved in helping solve those issues? In today's video, I'm going to share with you the framework that we use at Ramblin Jackson to actually get buy-in from our employees on solving the big company issues. My name's Jostes, and in this video series, I help landscape contractors and small businesses with sales and marketing tips. So make sure you don't miss out on our weekly series by clicking the subscribe button and the little bell icon so you get notified. And this video, even if you're not in landscaping, will help you think about how to set your annual goals for next year in a way that gets buy-in from your entire team.
It's a show about social media. It's a show about business growth. It's a show about internet marketing in the form of a video.
I was recently doing a half-day sales training with one of my top landscape clients, and one of their employees asked me, Jack, how do you get buy-in from your team on your company and the problems and the issues that you're facing? And I shared with them that one, and you've probably heard me mention this in a bunch of my videos, is the book Traction. Okay, so Traction is by Gino Wickman, and I've read this book literally like over 5 times, and we even read it as a company earlier this year, and that was amazing. A lot of my employees were like, oh, Jack, you make so much more sense, and everything we're doing makes so much more sense after reading this book. What I love about the book Traction is it has something called the Entrepreneurial Operating System, and that is also called EOS. And one of the components is setting a big, a 10-year dream, a 3-year picture, and then annual goals. And right now, this time of year, we're going to focus on the annual goals. So your annual goals should be, pushing you towards your 3-year picture and your 10-year target. And one of the ways that I get buy-in from my team on that is I review the goals with them and help them set their own goals. But more importantly, one of the things that I started doing that was inspired from the book Traction is inviting my team to help brainstorm the issues that the company is facing. And then we push those into creating what we call rocks. And rocks are 90-day projects meant to push us towards our annual goal. We then meet weekly. We have a weekly team meeting with a scorecard where we have all the different metrics of the company. And we also have an update from whoever owns the rock of, is their rock in the red? Is it way off track? Is it yellow, approaching off track? Or is it in the green? Is it on track? And what do they need to help push it forward? The biggest thing that I changed though this year that really worked was the issues brainstorm. And the way that we do this at Ramblin Jackson is we have a whiteboard meeting, and we actually do this virtually just like this, like I'm doing right now, where everyone prepares by spending 10 to 15 minutes reflecting on what are the issues that the company is facing that are preventing it from reaching its annual goals. These are different from their personal issues, which we cover them with them in their coaching meetings. These are more about like, what is the company facing? And when I started doing this and I had people bring their top 3, I would literally write them on the whiteboard and then take a step back and realize, okay, there are some patterns here. There are some things that I can easily group together to then frame up into the rocks. And again, rocks are 90-day projects that we focus on to push us towards our annual goals. One of the important elements of writing our goals and writing our rocks is called SMART. And I originally learned this from John Affleck, who taught a sales training workshop like 12 years ago that I went to. I've studied it with a bunch of different people. I don't even know honestly who to attribute it to originally. If you know, post a comment with a link to whatever source that is. I've just read it so many places that I can't even remember where it came from at this point. So SMART stands for, let's use blue. So SMART is specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timely. And I believe you have to have all of these criteria in order to know if you're actually on track or not. And in particular, timely and realistic and measurable. So an example of a unsmart goal would be to lose weight, right? Well, how do you know if you're gonna lose weight or not if you don't know what your current weight is and by when? Whereas if your goal was, I'm gonna lose 3 pounds by, February 10th. Okay, that's on track, right? And now what are we gonna do about it? So we make sure that all of our rocks and goals are specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and timely. And then I think the key thing that's working right now for us is a weekly meeting where we review these things and we can see, are they on track or not? So hopefully that was helpful to you, and I'd love to know what some of your goals are. I'll share that some of mine this year that we met were to start a company scorecard, and we did that. We now have a weekly scorecard that's updated with all these different metrics, and it helped us see when some of our quality was getting down, and it helped us figure out what we needed to prioritize to get that back on track. And another one of our goals was around Net Promoter Score. We tracked that, and we got over 80. That was our goal this year. And now, hey, that's the standard. We need to maintain that, and we can't go below that, because if we do, we're gonna lose clients, which will lose revenue, all of these things. So a lot of it's around serving our clients, our team, and you guys, right? So anyways, thanks for watching this video. Hopefully this was helpful. Check out the book Traction if you haven't already. I made a video and a recording of my top 5 business books, my top 5 favorite business books when we reached the 10-year mark. So check that out at ramblinjackson.com/10. Post a comment, let me know, how do you plan your goals? What works for you in getting buy-in from your employees? And thanks so much for checking this out. See you guys soon.
It's a show about social media. It's a show about business folk. It's a show about internet marketing in the form of a video.
So many people fail at reaching their goals because, well, they don't really set meaningful ones that they actually care about, and then they don't really look at them for like a whole year. So probably 80% of you guys are gonna watch this and set some BS goals. No, I'm just kidding. Your goals are legit, bro. All right.